BYDFi is a crypto exchange on desktop and mobile where you can spot trade, futures trade, use leverage tokens, and copy the trades of top trade. There's hundreds of crypto available on their spot exchange, as well as a free test account so you can practice futures trading without getting wrecked. BYDFi.
Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at XRP and XRP for its BTC pair as well. So I made a video about this when this was all taking place. When was that? The 22nd, so a little while ago now. Getting on for about 3 weeks ago, saying that something's taking place with XRP on the Bitcoin pair. And obviously, you know, it took a slap in the face, but now it's fully recovered back to its previous local high or thereabouts, really. So we had the golden cross on the simples, golden cross on the exponentials. We had the conversion baseline cross, which was a trend signal, which did lead to this portion, obviously failed over here. And now we're back into golden cross territory. So it looks like a rinse and repeat, to be honest with you. Let's have a look at the old momentum. So we're pushing quite high now. Obviously, the money flow index is normally a good way to gauge, you know, when a pullback is about to happen. It doesn't mean it has to. We see overheated reads on it all the time, but it depends on the chart. And something like XRP does usually follow a nice structure. So this one found a peak. This one over here found a peak. And again, we're looking for a peak at the moment. At some point soon, based on this 4 hourly. That doesn't mean that the whole thing's over. That just means a temporary peak, you know. And in standard golden cross fashion, we'd probably be looking for a pullback into it and then a bounce from it. Which means that you'll probably see XRP come down on its Bitcoin pair about 4.5%, maybe, and then hopefully from there bounce on. We've also got a trend signal on the Ichimoku cloud as well, so conversion baseline cross. Price action above the cloud, cheeky span above the price, so this looks like it wants to keep going as well. So what we'll do is we'll move it down a notch to the 12 hourly, and then we'll move to the daily and then the weekly. So this time round, the peak previously was rejected on the 200 simple moving average. It's a death cross retest, that's what that was. A death cross that was formed all the way back in September 2023. So quite a little while ago, really, and we've not had too much luck trying to pierce above it, and just general rejection every single time. Now, we basically, in my opinion, and I feel like XRP on its Bitcoin pair is bottomed out, to be honest with you. I think there's a very good chance that it has. And we're looking to see some kind of reversal on it. It's like not an immediate straight to the moon reversal, but, you know, suggesting that the lows versus its Bitcoin pair are in. And, you know, at the moment, this isn't quite a change of behaviour. This is just one 12-hourly candle above a 200 simple on a 12-hourly. It's nothing to write home about. It's not the most exciting thing you've ever seen in the world. But we have to take note of it because the last time we saw anything like that was over here in November 2023. So it's been a long time since we've even been able to touch it, really. Got rejected from it here, and now it looks like we're trying to get above it. For me, the simples and the exponentials work as the same thing, so we do want to get back above the 200 exponential, and then you really would at that point then start to consider a change of behaviour based on this 12-hourly. Let's have a look at the daily then now, shall we? So this is what I'm, you know, kind of getting quite excited about, really. And I know that everybody talks about XRP. There's channels out there that make videos on XRP every single day. This is the last time you'll ever get a chance to buy it. XRP is going to $10,000 in XRP. XRP will, how much will you need to be a millionaire? XRP, I've seen those channels. They make a career out about literally just saying anything to do with XRP is going to go to ridiculous price. Can you imagine that as a life? Can you imagine doing that for a living? Oh, got to make another video on XRP. Got to find another reason to. Oh god! And then people click on it all the same. Tell me more. Tell me more. Haven't they twigged that your channel is just pure hopium? What's going on over there? You know what is it that's going on? How can people watch that stuff? But they do. They do. Anyway. And not to say that these people are wrong, but it is nonsense. It's nonsense. You can't say stuff like that and truly believe what you're saying, surely. Anyway, moving on. So what I'm looking at here is getting very close to a pump signal on a daily, on a Bitcoin pair. This could be really significant, to be honest with you. XRP's going to go to $10,000. Not really. I'm just, you know, I'm trying to get some of those viewers, but people don't like reality, do they? They hate it. In fact, they would rather have hopium and BS. They don't want reality. But the reality is quite sweet, I have to say. So what we're looking at is a green portion of the cloud, leading portion. We've had a conversion baseline cross down here. Price actions above the cloud. We're just waiting for this closure of this Chiku span to get above this this portion of the cloud. All those four components mark one signal, and that signal is a pump signal on a daily that takes you to a major level of resistance. So if you're thinking about resistances, really you have to think about them in terms of horizontals and moving averages. First major area of resistance that I would be looking at here is around about the 880 sat zone, really, based on these supports and this resistance. So if we do get this pump signal, that's what we'd be looking for initially. And if the pump fizzles out at that point, we shouldn't be too surprised. There's a 10% move based on its Bitcoin pair. If there is an extension on that move, it's a potential 20%, right? 20%. It's going to be worth $10,000 per coin. Obviously not. But yeah, that's what this signal suggests. And I know that someone's going to go, oh, 10%. Getting out of bed for 10%. Oh, well, don't get out of bed for 10%. I mean, don't get out of bed. It's just what the chat. That's what the chat says. Anyway, so the momentum's also looking good. No bearish divergence. In fact, it's actually turning up on the MACD as well, above the 0 point. So the momentum still looks good. So I'm putting it to you now that the Bitcoin pair, XRP to Bitcoin pair, actually looks pretty good. The accumulation range might be, in hindsight, between 700 and 800 sats, and now we're back up at 800 sats. Let's have a look at the weekly, and then we'll go to the tether pair. Hello, weekly. Look at this. So we're about to touch the 20 weekly moving average for the first time in a long time, 815 sats. When was the last time we touched that? Well, it was basically, we broke down from it all the way back down here in September 2023. That's when it all went significantly wrong for XRP, wasn't it, really? All the signals of you know, and continuation of the downtrend really sparked around that point. We had this move in November. We were just rejected from it, really, and continued down. So this is the first time that they're meeting each other since November, and really, I would probably say since September is the most important one. So you could think about marking change of behaviour with closures above here. And look, the 21 exponential moving average comes in exactly at that horizontal line, adding way more weight to the idea that this is a major resistance. Now, just because it's resistance doesn't mean that, you know, it's going to go down to a new low, but it just means that if we are going to move up by that 10 or 20%, you're going to get rejected from there, and see if we can, at that point, build a little base there. Momentum has been turning up for a long time on this pair. Same with the bullish divergence on the MACD, sorry, on the RSI, well, the RSI up here, and the money flow index. We've got divergences, bullish divergences on a weekly. This is good. This is really good stuff. And the top target based on this weekly, if we were to say, all right, where's it going to head towards? It would be the 200 exponential on the weekly at some point. I'm not saying they're going to go straight up there, but that's a 175% move. If it was to do it this afternoon, which I'm not suggesting it will. So we've got bullish divergence, we've got pump signals, and we've potentially got another pump signal on a daily, all with its Bitcoin pair. And for whatever reason, Bitcoin's down 1% and XRP's up 3%. So it's just, you know, it is what it is. Excuse me, I'm still a little bit worse for wear. I'm pretty sure I've got the dreaded C. I know other people at my daughter's school have got it, so I imagine that's what I've got. Right, so let's have a little look at the Bitcoin, the XRP to USDT pair, where we're now on the daily 20 moving average, 21 exponential as well. So a big deal for it, and that is what you'd expect to see a resistance from. It's coming in at 45, almost 46 cents. Nothing special on this pair, I would say, right now, other than expect a rejection here. And if you do get rejected, look for a support around 42. We have got, so far, a positive cross on the histogram, but it's not closed. You know, it's still very early. It's 7:30 in the morning here, so we don't know what's going to happen with it. But if it does break from here, the next area is going to be 48, which is a major horizontal as well. And if that breaks, then you've got the full-on death cross retest up here at 52 to 54, really. So loads of resistance above us on the daily. Let's have a look at the weekly, and then we'll leave it on the 4-hourly. So the weekly, yeah, 48 is the 10 exponential, 200 exponential is 50.5, Bollinger Band Center 20 weekly is the 53.
Yes, 53 cents. So much resistance above us at these areas. I think once you break and get closed above 54, it should be quite easy for it to start to melt back up again, really. And that's where you'll see the big moves, because you'll be like, XRP's flipping. It's changing. Change of behaviour time. Let's go. A little bit higher potentially on this little run here on the 4 hourly. There's no bearish divergence, so you could easily see a wick move up to 47 cents. So look, I think we're going to get a little bit of continuation, maybe a wick higher. But I'm not going to get too excited about what we're seeing on the very short-term time frames. Yeah, maybe 47. Maybe 48, maybe at best, today or over the weekend. But if we break above those levels, then up and away we go. Now I'm really excited about XRP just generally. Anyway, I've got loads of it. I've had it for a long time. It was the first coin I did close to 100x with, so there's a place in my heart for it. And I think that there's a chance that it'll do it again. And I've made videos about the overall market cycle for XRP, and the way it normally works. And you'll have to have a look to see if you can find one of those videos. Maybe I'll see if I can find it and leave a link for it, just so you could get your head around it, really. But it's basically forming exactly the same thing as it always does. A very, very big sharp move up, very long consolidation, very big sharp move up, very long consolidation, and then getting ready for its big sharp move up. And this is just the Binance history here. There is a very strong chance that there is a much larger cycle in play. They'll be realized maybe with the use of some kind of fundamental adoption of it. But I'm just putting it to you now that these areas down here we did tout as an interesting area, and it can come down obviously because it's going to be vulnerable to the market. So if the market wants to come down, it'll bring XRP down too. But I like it, right? And I think what we're seeing now is getting close to a change of behavior, and when the behavior changes, which is these long drawn out consolidations, then you basically get given a very large and fast pump. And it's at that point where I get all the DMs saying, is it too late to buy XRP? Is it too late to buy XRP? As it's trending above $1 towards $2. Is it too late to buy XRP? Yes, it's too late. It's too late. I get this sort of stuff all the time. I tell people, this is what I think, and then I get people ask me again, I know you told me what you think, but can you tell me what you think again, but in text form via Telegram? Well, what's the point of that? I told you what I think. This is what I think. There's nothing much more to say about it. I'm not saying it's going to the moon today, but it's showing some kind of evidence to suggest that it could start to move up. But we're not going to get too excited until it's above the mid-50s. Certainly when it's at 60, you really will be looking to see a big move from there, maybe even double or triple from from that value. So we're looking to be moving close towards $2 or something like that. And again, in crypto terms, someone's going to turn around and say, "What's that? That's rubbish. Even if I bought it now and it goes up, that's rubbish. I'm not going to buy that. 300%. All right, fine." Don't buy it there. It's up to you. I'm not telling you to buy anything. I'm not buying it. I've already got enough of it. I've got some bots running on it. I've got hodls on it, and I do love to trade it futures when the time is right, and the time is not right for that. So just I would assume that you would all know that we're not looking at a trade setup. We're looking at a potential change of behavior, and that's completely different. It doesn't mean you go leverage 100x on this because I say that it looks like it wants to start moving up. Yes, it does, but recognize the amount of resistance above us is going to pose a problem until you get a big breakout. But for those who put their testicles on the train track and stuck their neck out with a bit of risk at these lower areas, I salute you, because fair enough. It's not a popular coin. There's no reason for it to outperform the rest of the market. Not really. But it is. It's showing some sort of strength at the moment, which is better than it's better than expected. Anyway, I would be keeping the closest eye on its Bitcoin pair on the daily, waiting for this pump signal, which will be hopefully solidified tonight.
on the closure tonight. That's what you want to see. You want to see the cheeky spend close above this cloud tonight. That would bake in a pump signal, which is not 100% guaranteed, obviously, which will give you a 10 to maybe 20% move on its Bitcoin pair. And if you're thinking about a 10 to 20% move on its Tether pair, what would that look like? Well, we'll be looking to trend up towards 55, which is still major resistance territory, really, for it. 55 to 56, 55 to 56. Yeah, I mean 55, 56. Yeah, it would take you above the Bollinger Band, but whether it closes there is a different story. Either way, I'll leave it with you there. Not much more to say. If you want to join the Patreon, we're doing a live stream tonight, so feel free to join with the link in the description below. Other than that, though, hope you have a nice day and take it easy.